This morning I want to do something a little different. I'm going to not be in the Psalms for our devotional. I want to do something just a little bit different. You've heard me speak of something I use in my devotional life called the prayer of Examen. It's a prayer that kind of guides you through this process either at the end of the day or at the beginning, where you review the day before. So either at the end of the day you're thinking back over your day, or in the morning you're thinking about the day that came before. And it's asking you to remember, where was God present? Where did you experience His goodness? Where did you experience trouble? Where did you fail? And helps you process that memory to help you see where God is present. But the thing I want to highlight here is one pivot, one move in the prayer of Examen is where they get you to examine your emotions. I'm going to read you just this one little portion from the website that I use that takes you through this prayer. It says, one of St. Ignatius' great insights was that we detect the presence of the Spirit of God in the movements of our emotions. Reflect on the feelings you experienced during the day: boredom, elation, resentment, compassion, anger, confidence. What is God saying through these feelings? Now, you've heard me say before that feelings, while real, are not often reliable guides for how to live your life. What I usually mean by that is when we have strong emotions, they can lead us to act in ways that can be harmful or even hurtful, right? If I'm angry, if I act on that emotion, I can act out. And it's never wise for us to repress emotions. We have to recognize them. But nor is it right for us to just simply respond and act on them, or even move past them too quickly. This prayer says, take a minute and think through your emotions from the day before. Now, when I did this, I was very cognizant of a feeling that I had the day before of self-pity. And I actually hadn't considered it. I was just kind of wallowing in a little bit of self-pity. But this prayer made me think about it. And as I thought about the emotion and I pressed in and asked God about it, God helped me see why I was feeling what I was feeling. There was a real loss of something. And instead of recognizing that loss and grieving it, frankly, I was dealing with the fact that this was the week I was supposed to be beginning my sabbatical. And I hadn't actually put two and two together. So I was kind of going through the day just feeling sorry for myself. But when I pressed into the emotion and actually realized where it came from, it allowed me to process that emotion a little bit more with God. I was allowed to grieve a little bit. I was allowed to invite God to meet me in that emotion. It's a pretty interesting exercise. So this may be a day where you want to practice something like that. You can actually very quickly find the prayer of Examen on any website. But this process of maybe remembering, recalling, and then pressing in on a specific emotion that you felt and saying, God, why was I feeling this thing? Why was I feeling anger? Why was I feeling elation? It could lead you to confession. It could lead you to just critique, thoughtfulness, or it could lead you into gratitude or joyful expression. Anyhow, it's something that I thought might be useful to you today on this Saturday, as you might have some time to do the prayer of Examen in your own life. Grace and peace to you.